Welcome everyone, Profane here. Thanks for checking out the video. Today we dig into Stranger Things Season 4 to discuss one of the biggest secrets you probably missed from Volume 1. With that being said, obvious spoiler warnings ahead. Stranger Things has returned in full swing with what could be considered its greatest, most intense season so far. Split up into two parts, Volume 1 has brought us a sinister new villain and an intense narrative that's impossible not to rewatch over and over again. Over the span of 7 episodes, Volume 1 has brought us full circle to how the curse of Hawkins truly began, how the bridge to the Upside Down was formed, and who that creepy Vecna guy really is, and what fuels his ferocity. It's through this path of discovery that we learn of Eleven's connections with Vecna and the Upside Down. In episode 7, we discover that this evil 5-star general is none other than Henry Creel, and was actually the first test subject in Dr. Brenner's super soldier program, a program that would eventually bring us our favorite test subject, Eleven. And it is here that I believe Vecna and Eleven's connections runs much deeper than what Volume 1 wanted you to see. Something that I believe will reveal itself in Volume 2. That Vecna, aka 1, aka Henry Creel, is actually Eleven's biological father. Now, let's take a look at what evidence we have to support this theory. After the events that took place in the early 50s to the Creel family, Henry was transferred to the care of Dr. Brenner. Henry took on the title of Number 1 and was contained to Brenner's facilities until the fight between him and Eleven transformed and teleported him to the Down Below. This was sometime between 1979 and 1983, putting Henry somewhere in his 40s current showtime. Jane's mother enlisted in cover-up experiments while in college during the 70s. It was through these experiments that Jane's mother and other women were used as guinea pigs in sensory deprivation chambers, drug-induced comas, and even being impregnated, all in part of Brenner's hopes to recreate Henry's abilities. The existence of the fathers were never revealed because there were no conventional fathers. Brenner would have used Henry's DNA in a process that's known as in vitro fertilization, genetically creating offspring that will potentially hold the same gifts as Henry, that Brenner could then use to create super soldiers and other weapons for the government. This means that every one of the students within Brenner's program could very well be Henry's children, which makes it kinda creepy to think about the fact that he slaughtered every one of them except for Eleven. Talk about Dad of the Year. Henry tells Eleven that Brenner's intentions were not just to study his powers, that once Brenner realized he could not control Henry, that more would be born, that Eleven would be born, and that he was so very glad that Eleven was born. This is because Henry waited and watched through the years for students who shared the same qualities and traits as he did, testing and analyzing each in his own way to find the right one. So why not target one of the other students, like 2, who showed obvious strengths? Because the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Eleven was every bit the mirrored image of Henry. Henry knew he could manipulate Eleven, because like Henry, Eleven struggled with disassociation, unable to fit in anywhere, cast out and deeply understood. And just as Henry, Eleven finds her strength and power through anger and negative emotions. These similarities are what turned out to be exploits that Henry takes advantage on throughout their time in Brenner's program. Henry even states that Brenner is afraid of Eleven because of how powerful she is, just like he was afraid of Henry, which is what led to Brenner installing the inhibitor chip, because he knew he could not be controlled. Now, if Henry is Eleven's true father, that definitely tracks with the show's long-standing theme of broken relationships and creating our own demons. We are all victims of our own demise, and none know that more than Vecna. With an expected rematch between what might be father and daughter, the remainder of this season looks to be just as thrilling, if not more so, than the start of the season. With 2 more episodes left, not slated to air until July, we will have to wait to see how the rest of the story unfolds. But for now, what are your thoughts on the season so far? How do you think things will end? And do you think Henry, aka Vecna, aka 1, is Eleven's biological father? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Today's video is actually the first official video on this channel, so if you enjoyed today's video and want to see more, then please be sure to help support the channel below by smashing that like button along with the subscribe button. Both are greatly appreciated, and until next time everyone, this has been Profane, and I hope you all have an amazing day.